decision is, while the reasoning seems logical and practical, as you look at it, the choice that Elimelech had as compromise to it. You see, why do I say that? When we look at Bethlehem, Bethlehem was the land of promise. You ask, is that so? Yes, Elimelech made spiritual compromise by leaving Bethlehem. You see, his covenant land, a place that God provides for his people. The interesting thing about that is that he left on Moab. And why is Moab considered an enemy territory? Well, you see, after the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot's daughters, fearing no descendants, made their father drunk and slept with him. Now, there was a deep-seated contention between the Israelites and the Moabites. You see, King Balak hired Balaam to curse Israel. You find that in Numbers 22 to 24. The Moabite woman seduced Israelite men into idolatry. King Eglon of Moab oppressed Israel for 18 years during the Judges. The Moabites worship Chemosh, their national god. Poor Elimelech, pushed and pressured by famine, fearing that his family would starve to death, decide to step out of God's safety into the world. Pagan compromise. There are times when God placed us in the church and we feel a little breeze blowing, a little storm, a little shaking, and then we seek to step out of a disaster. This man left with his wife and 2 sons. And just as they enter into Moab, died. How much more can a widow, a single mother, Naomi, bear? Her husband, that was the main provider. It is said that in those times the male would be the one to source food for the family. Elimelech died after his 2 sons also died. Not before marrying to a Moabite woman. You see, church, who we are. Will we stay with God, or will we turn our backs on him when the pressure is turned up? You see, beloved, I say we stand with God. I say we stand on the true foundation of God's word. No retreat, no surrender. Because God's way is the best way. You have to trust God. Sometimes we have to go through a little fasting. What do you say, church? And so God caused a little famine to shake the land, and right away these individuals decide to sojourn into enemy territory. Our church, when life gets tough, remain faithful in Bethlehem. Remain faithful in the church. When times get hard, leaders are not so loving, compassionate. Stay in the church. When you feel depressed, stay in the church. When others come to you and criticize you, stay in the church. When you have problems that the church cannot solve, stay in the church. Stay with God, because soon or later, God will show up. One thing we know about God, He's an on-time God with no husband and no sons. Naomi is left destitute in a foreign land, hearing that God had visited His people by giving them bread in Bethlehem. So by this time, Naomi would have heard word coming from Bethlehem that God had visited, and He gave them bread. So Naomi decided to return. On the road, she urges her daughter